Welcome into the Country Basketball League Northeastern Men's Grand Final. We've just seen a cracking finish between Albury and Seymour, with Albury getting the win comfortably by over 30 points. Here we've got an interesting battle here. We've got Benalla Breakers, who just beat the Seymour Blasters men by 17 points, 67-50, versus the Myrtleford Saints, who just beat Wallen 94-76. This is going to be a cracking game between Benalla and Myrtleford at the Shepparton Sports Stadium on, of course, Show Court 1. Thank you for joining us here. We've got a packed house here with plenty of fans that are very intrigued to get into this one. So we're just not far away from tip-off, and there it is. So this should be an interesting battle. 10-minute quarters. Let's see who can get on top here early. It's Myrtleford with the throwaway. And a nice little pullback shot there to start the game. It's Marcus LeSpinner. He looks to be a high volume shooter. It'll be interesting to see how he takes this. And speaking of high volume shooters, Mira Flores comes in for Benalla. Had a huge game last game, 26 points. Be interesting to see whether he can get them the championship here today, as the ball's beautifully moved by Myrtleford. They get the offensive rebound and they're in the paint now and get the finish, which is beautifully done in the end by Jalen Barker. So it's a hot start here for Myrtleford. 4-0 lead. Myrtleford Saints, as we will refer to them throughout this broadcast. Downey's got the ball, moves it across. Benalla makes a switch, turns across, goes for the skyhook, and it drops short off the iron. Looks to get the rebound, but it's cleared up in the end by Levi Young, which is brilliantly done. So just finding it hard to get some sort of momentum at the front here are Benalla. Myrtleford looking to capitalise early. The switch, the pull, the foul was taken. Couldn't get the finish, but in the end, it's an offensive foul. And a tech foul's being called. And it's going against the Shepparton man himself, Sam Becks. A little bit of a push and shove there, as we might have seen on camera. It's a little bit hostile. So Myrtleford will take the two shots. Missed the first. Through Jack Woodell. My apologies, it's Riley Buka. Riley Buka misses them both. Still remain with possession though here, Myrtleford. Look to be off with a cracker as the drive was pushed in, kicked out wide. The three goes up, falls short though off the iron. It'll be out of bounds and a Benalla ball. It's interesting, Benalla have a lot more players on the bench here. They've got 6 waiting there to come on the court in comparison to the 3 for Myrtleford. Could that be a factor late in the game? The drives to the basket, the dish out wide, the 3 pop-up shoots. It's good. You can hear the Benalla crowd really want to get involved in this one, and Jordan Monroe hits the triple, brings it back to a 1-point game. The pass was electric on the inside. Without turning around and putting it in is Levi Young. And he's off to a flyer here with 4 points to start the contest for this CBL Grand Final. You can hear the crowd around him really getting excited for Myrtleford and, of course, for Benalla. So great showing here at the Shepparton Sports Stadium as the cross was turned, shot, bank shot, doesn't go in, it rolls out. And the rebound was grabbed in the end by Marcus LeSpinner. The 3 shot jacked up very quickly. Not sure about that option. It could have been a travel there. The ref did not see it. And it goes through in the end for Jalen Barker. He gets his first 2 for the night. Now Myrtleford loses the handle on it. But it really tightened the ship up here. Shoots it in, drops it short, and the rebound by Becks. the key to this game is clearly going to be on the defensive ends, as you can hear from the crowd as well. Not only regular season games won this way, but clearly titles as well, as we see the foul called here by the referee. It's just really tightening that up, and ball movement on the offense when you're coming up the court. You don't want to be stagnant in these games. The shot shoots and is no good. Turns over against a 5-point differential early. They've come through, and it goes through for Levi Young, who's off to a flyer with 6 points. All very gettable buckets, and he's made sure to make them pay for it. We then look for Myrtleford, who goes around, pulls up for the shot, and it's no good either. Foul's been called. And will be going the way of Myrtleford, who are off to a genuine fire here. It's 10 points versus 3 at this stage throughout the season. And interesting if Myrtleford can capitalise. They played 10, won 7, lost 3 at 115%. In comparison to Benalla, who ended up on top of the ladder, 10 games, 8 wins, 2 losses. Who can capitalise on this here? As it goes in for Myrtleford yet again. And we're looking at a really strong margin to start here, 12-3 lead. Who can get on top and capitalise here? As Kego, the big man, could make an influence. The pull-up from the free throw line is pure. And Munro, with the only 5 points so far for Benalla, really leading the way early. Myrtleford now just slowing things down a little bit. Some of those fast paces it was. Opens for the 3 shot. In and out. Doesn't hit it. And Kego the rebound. So Munro now looks to bring it up the court. Just spoke about how influential he is. Passes it off. And Tom Downey just lets it slip. Must have had a bit of butter on his hands beforehand. And up and in for Myrtleford. This is a raging start. 14 plays 5, 9 points the difference. Halfway through the first term here of the grand final. It's been all Myrtleford's way. Can Kego pass it off to Myrtleford? Looks to be a high volume shooter. He hits that one. He was due. He took a few shots early. Just trying to find his rhythm. And gets himself on the board here for the first 2 points for him after taking off an early foul. So it's thrown across court. The threes are prolific here. Bank shot. And it's in. Well, it doesn't matter how you get him signs. Riley Buka gets his 5th point on the board with a deep 3 there. Didn't look the prettiest, but like I said, it doesn't matter. As Myrtleford is hot here with possession. Looks to pass it off to Bex, who shoots the 3 from the top of the key and hits it. He hits his first triple for the game and first points, mind you. Bring it to 17-10 margin. 5.5 gone here in the first term at the Shepparton Stadium. A 3's been hit. I thought it might have been a travel. But Levi Young off to a flyer here. 9 points to start the game. 6 minutes gone. 20 plays 10. The margin could be the difference at the end of this game. We know it's going to be hotly contested. As Kego goes up, works his body around, and hits the 2 points to get himself on the board. Prolific big man. He's usually the best big man on the court. What can he do? Myrtleford just puts it up quite quickly, but whether or not it was worth it at that stage. He turns it around. Bouquet, busy, back into Levi. Turnover. That's better defense from Benalla. So the tempo's high early, as you'd expect in a grand final. It's who can settle the best, and Myrtleford easily being that side here. Early for the CBL grand final, North Eastern Division. The Gators, the home court, should I say, for the final, didn't make the final. A great friend of mine, Jack Trelli, is a fantastic player there. Hopefully he's listening as they drive up the court now and makes it. Jalen Barker, well, he was impressive in the last outing with 26. Can he do it again here and steer Myrtleford to a title here in the CBL? As Kego's fouled. Couldn't get the N1, but it will go in for the bucket. Kego, who I mentioned for being such a dominant big man, looks to make his presence early. We've seen the little shimmy, rotate, and put in for the layup. How can he go with the free throws here? Makes the first. And as all basketball fans know out there, for those that are listening, free throws are very vital, especially in a game like this. The tap in was brilliant. We love to see that from Tom Downey. Really starting to make an impact. The two big men out there. As the ball's passed around, pulls up, no good. Kego the rebound. So Munro, he scored the first 5 points. Fast breaks it really quick. But it's picked off by the Myrtleford defense. Comes forward, the pass is brilliant. Blocked in the end and goes out of bounds. Tom Downey. I'd like to say that the Benalla crowd's stronger here, but Myrtleford's strong too. 22-15, 2 minutes remaining here in the first term. You've just joined us, thank you for doing so. You've come and watched a game this season, thank you for doing so. Thank you to everyone that's involved. We mentioned this in the women's game as well. Couldn't be done without the volunteers and the tireless workers that get it done. Referees, officials, everyone included. Brilliantly done. She's missed the first. And makes the second. Brilliant. The Spiner takes his tally to 5. And the margin out to 8 now. As Myrtleford shoots. No good again. Putback was done by Tom Downey. With the foul next to his name. He's still been very impressive early. The 4 points. Tipped off out wide now. Elect just to hold it for a little bit. Smart decision as there wasn't anything on. He kick it out again. Pops it up. And hits the running floater. Tough contested shot. As Munro holds out. Myrtleford looks to pass, shoots it, and turns it over. Very hit and miss here so far, Benalla going forward. Just need to get a bit of better ball movement as we see the first air ball for this evening. The cutback was smart. Wasn't executed. Brilliantly picked up in the end there by Tyler Barker. And the ball will be going the way of Myrtleford. 1 minute remaining here in the first term. 25 plays 17. Shot goes up. Iron, but no net. As Myrtleford comes up the other end. As I said, he's a high volume shooter. And finally gets one to roll. That's his 4th point. Passes towards the other side of the Spiner. Dances, shimmies, cuts it out wide. They elect to pass it over the top, which was smart. But the finish was just a little bit too rushed. Lucky enough they get the offensive rebound here. And he dishes it out wide. The layup, no good. And the rebound gets pushed out of bounds, and it will remain Myrtleford's ball. Myrtleford really hustling it here. It's a 6-point margin. As Myrtleford brings it up the court to the top of the key. Like I said, he's been a high-volume shooter. He's missed a lot early. He finally made one before. He's just toying with the defense here. 1v1. He looks to be going to pull up himself here. Drives to the basket, dishes it off finally. And the foul. So Bex, the Shep Gage's player in the big V, obviously representing Benalla here, shoots it up, makes the first. There's 2 seconds on the clock, so every point here vital. As Beck shoots and makes both. Critical stuff. They're going to have to get this shot off as he goes full court. Ooh, and nearly makes it on the buzzer. We love that. As we see the score, 25 plays 21, Myrtleford's way. We'll go to a break near here for the first term. Can't wait to join you for the second. Second quarter underway here. Seeing the break. 4 points the margin. Benalla really need to get something gelling here. And that is the perfect start. Loving his work. Lachlan Kegoe here early. He goes to 5 points. He's been instrumental, especially around the post and what he can do. The crossover wasn't executed to perfection. They were lucky to keep their possession there, Myrtleford. A bit of a Hail Mary shot right off the corner. That was way off. But it was needed to be up. As Myrtleford goes up, shoots it over the top of the backboard, and we'll have a throw in. Just lacking that little bit of synergy going forward here are the Benalla Breakers. They can just move the ball around a little bit. Find the open guy instead of forcing the shots. It'll get them back into this. Even though they're down by 2, I understand. They could be so much further ahead. As the ball is collected by Kegoe, given to Munro. And back to Kegoe as he just sort of dances around the three-point arc. Gives it off to Bex. He's stripped right inside the paint. We love to see, and it will remain Benalla's ball. So Bex just marshalling the troops here, trying to find something. He's equal lead scorer here for Benalla as Munro dances back, gives it around. Drove into the paint and is made in the end. Beautifully done by Tom Downey. And he takes the lead of the points with 6. The most important stat is the scores are level here, 25 apiece. Start of the second term. Dan's dish around was brilliantly done, blocked well, but the recovery, offensive rebound was there to be pulled. I love to see it in the end by Jalen Barker, who takes his total to 8. Myrtleford has the fadeaway and hits it. 27 apiece now. Seen a little bit of fast movement. Dance, structure, put up shot, short. Just giving back to Myrtleford. Benalla will retain possession. Since foul has been given, as we know, there's no wet spot, I don't think. He just pulled up on a dime and was fouled. As we see some substitutions made by both sides. Just over a touch of 2 minutes gone here in the CBL Grand Final at the Shep Stadium. If you're just joining us, it's been a hotly contested battle early, 27 apiece. Both sides not afraid to pull up and make some big shots. You can tell that these two sides really want to win it. The foul was given. Yet again, it was really a carbon copy in a way. And he will go to the line. No. Try to dispute it. Wasn't a shooting foul. As Myrtleford just waits and looks for his options. Dances, skids around, kicks it out to Munro. Takes a step, Dance, moves. Doesn't make the shot. I like the selection though. And that's better ball movement. And it will be now going the way of Myrtleford. We held up well there on defence. Comes in here now. Just again, everyone just ushering each other around. As a cut in was blocked by Downey. The foul was called, but was it there? Well, we're not sure on that. Well, Downey, as you might have heard by the announcer, has 3 personal fouls. He'll take an early seat. So then brings Riley Kego into the game. See if he can make a bit of an impact. Benalla Breakers have done well. As the shot misses there, as we can say. They've done well to get themselves back involved in this game. At the start early, he was just putting up shots. Can Myrtleford take the lead again? No. Both free throws have missed. And Kego, who's just come back on, is ferocious on the rebound. Nicely done. As the ball gets given out to Beck. He takes the shot on a standstill and hits it. Lets him know about it too, which we love. And that takes him to 8 points. More importantly, he gives them the lead though. The ball was chopped out of bounds and will remain Myrtleford's ball. So Myrtleford can't make the floater as Myrtleford brings it up the other side of the court. He's just got to be patient here on offense. They try to force a few shots that weren't there. Shoots it and hits it right from the free throw line. We love to see that. And the Benalla Breakers are right back in this ballgame. The feet movement was excellent as it's kicked out. Both sides not afraid to take a 3 here. The Steph Curry effect over the years. As he leans back at the fadeaway, way off in the end. And Kego, who's just come back on, has just come on for the first time, should I say, been instrumental in defense. As Myrtleford hits the 3, he turns to the crowd and says, "How do you like that?" They take an 8-point lead. And Myrtleford will have a timeout to reassess their options here. The score is 35-27. We'll be back after the timeout. as the timeout was concluded. A much-needed one there for Myrtleford. Like we've stated earlier, got off to a hot start. Since then, it just feels like it's been all the Benalla breakers. Leading scorer so far is Myrtleford with that last three. Takes him to 11. Bex with the 8 points has been good for them. Levi Young and Riley Buka are also the high scorers for Myrtleford. And speaking of, they dish it out wide. Look to come in. And the defence has been phenomenal so far from Kego. Myrtleford throw it up to the top of the key. The shot option was there. He makes that quick pass. Again, alludes to it. They're just sort of dancing around, waiting for the option. And yet again, the defence holds up for Benalla. The pass, irrational though. And Myrtleford look to be on the rebound. The dish out wide. He dances in, turns, shoots to pop it up. Ball short. Kego the rebound. Was fouled. They'll get the ball back. And he's been the difference, to be completely honest. He's come off the bench after coming on for Tom Downey, who also was great with the 6 points. But defensively, he's just shored them up and really plugged the scoring here for Myrtleford halfway through this second term. So Myrtleford looks to turn and pass into Bex. He pulls up and hits the shot. He's been smooth with it. We like to see it. He's now in double digits. And so is the score. 10 points the difference. Kego, another rebound. He has been super. Myrtleford just turns sharply. Halves off to Bex. Munro from the corner. In and out. Brilliant rebounding in the end here by Myrtleford. And they'll look to come back up the court. Straight down the middle. How do you like it? Banks it off the board. And it's straight through for Jalen Barker, who takes himself to 8 points. And funnily enough, makes the score 8 points the difference. So Munro just holds it up here now. Dancing around. Passes it off. And they hit it. Kego stand and deliver. He's been my most valuable player on the court so far. What a difference he's been as they pull up for that three. No good. And the man I just spoke of grabs the rebound. Double-digit margin here early. Benalla have thoroughly deserved. And the push-off from Myrtleford wasn't good enough. 2 personal fouls go against him. We're just waiting for a substitute here for Myrtleford, which we'll see Levi Young, after a quick break, come back on. And he'll look to make the difference. So it's passed through. And as you can tell, I'm not sure. It's definitely a foul. It's just whether or not they go to the line. The man we just spoke of has given away the foul. Only his first. And it will be a throw in inbound. So the pass is going to be quick here. The defense is shorter. Open three. Hits it. That was beautifully done. Beautifully poised. He had a little bit more time and elected just to go guns a-blazing and hits it in. And that was a much-needed three there for Myrtleford. So back to Munro, across to Kego. Myrtleford shoots. Off iron. Wasn't a bad shot there. In the end, he's passed it off. Drive to the basket. It's been exceptional from both sides. The putback finish there from Laspina takes him to 7 points. And the margin just a 5. We'll see a timeout yet again and be back after this. 2 minutes and 50 remain. 39 plays, 34. Benalla lead. We're back here in the second term of the CBL North Eastern Grand Final. You've just joined us. Thank you for doing so. Benalla Breakers versus Myrtleford Saints. Benalla, 5-point lead early. It's been toing and froing throughout the game, including the margins for both sides, to be fair. As Munro steps back, pulls the trigger, and hits it. He goes to 8 points. The margin does as well. We're looking at quite a contest here at the Shepparton Stadium. He drives to the basket, not afraid to do so. The block was brilliant by Kego as he comes in. And they're just two pillars there at the moment, brilliantly executed. Foul was given, smartly contested. And he'll go to the line for two. Tyler Barker here, looking to get himself on the score sheet. A couple of missed shots early. This is a brilliant way to get yourself on the board and have those shots. So not only get yourself into the game, but get Myrtleford back into it too. Makes no mistake there on the first try. These next 2 minutes are going to be vital for Myrtleford. 7 points the difference. Make that 6. Can they bring it in these next 2 minutes? Can they make it an even ball game? Can they get in front? Will Benalla hold strong or blow this one out? As Munro elects to pass it out wide. A little bit of sloppy play there on the fast break. And the putback with the big hops there from Tyler Barker was exceptional. And this is a 4-point ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Bex passes it off to Kego. And yet again, another steal. It's becoming a habit here as they come forward. I thought the foul was there. It wasn't called. And it'll come the other way for Benalla. As Myrtleford looks to pass it off to Bex. Gets it back now. They ship it across. Munro dancing, passing out to Bex, who's open wide. Myrtleford shoots. Off iron, no good. And Myrtleford look to come here strong with a minute remaining. Breakers versus the Saints. Win and you get the championship. Lose and you go home utterly defeated in what could have been. As a fadeaway putback, I didn't mind it. It didn't go all right as Myrtleford gets the rebound. They've got to look for some simple, smart options here as Bex rolls it in. And that's the smart option that I'm talking about. Takes the lead to 6. Brings it back in now. Shuffles, slings it out wide. Pops it up. Nice line, but it wasn't the right length. And the foul has been called. Much to the discredit of the Myrtleford fans. Both were going for the ball. Did one want more of it than the other? I'd like to watch the replay. Unfortunately, we don't have that. As Myrtleford looks now, just evades, goes out wide to Bex, who's open for the 3. Looked on track. Kego passes it out wide, ships it back in. Munro hits it! What a 3! At the right time to take the lead to 9 points. Myrtleford get back with an answer. Yep, you betcha. End-to-end stuff here. And that should see it out for the opening half. 47 Benalla plays 41 Myrtleford. We've got a ball game. We'll see you in 10 minutes for the second half. Thank you for tuning in on here. I'm Jack Brovey from Sports Confidential. We'll be back here for what's going to be a thrilling second half. back underway here for the second half. 6 points of difference as Bex goes in. Elects not to shoot it and pulls it from mid-range and hits it. Probably been the best player on the court so far, in particularly for Benalla. Early days. As it comes out. Here for Myrtleford. Pull up three. Off the iron, no good. And Benalla looks to be on the rebound here. Figuratively and literally. Munro here just looks to pass it every which way. And it'll be Myrtleford's ball. Oh, it's a hot start here from Levi Young. He takes his total to 18 points. What a game from the double zeros so far, keeping them right in this. As the ball goes back over the top, Tom Downey puts it in for his 8th. And the margin's back to 7 points. 51 plays 44 here. Nearly 8 gone. As it's made in. And Myrtleford will look to bring it up the court. 2 minutes gone here. 5-point game. It's definitely not out of reach by any stretch. As Myrtleford goes and puts it in. It was needed. He started a little bit cold. Now he's starting to find his feet, bringing teammates into the game and also himself. As Levi Young looks to dish it. Kick ball foul. Should have been called, but it wasn't. And it will be going the way of Benalla. I'm not sure why the kick ball wasn't called. Sorry, it is going the way of Myrtleford. So the inbound at Tyler Barker, who for such an established player really looked to get himself on the score shot. As Tom Downey had picked up his 4th foul. Drives in. No good. It will remain, however, with Myrtleford as Jalen Barker, with his 10 points, will look to inbound it now after being unsuccessful there. He dishes it. Nice pass. Nice high arcing shot to Myrtleford. He grabs the rebound. And an offensive foul is called. Much to the discredit of the Benalla supporters. Myrtleford supporters definitely happy about it. 53 plays 46 here. 2.5 gone. And as you might have heard by the announcer, his 3rd personal called against him, so he's got to tighten up that ship. Kicked out wide to Barker. Off iron, no good. Rebound, Kego. He's starting to make an impact. Previously hasn't played many minutes, Kego. Obviously coming off the bench, but the fouls to Downey means he plays minutes and has been impressive. Ball goes up for Bex. Wasn't called. The other Kego, the rebound. And Bex looks to reset it now here. Up to Myrtleford up the top. Pass in, board, and 1. Kego gets it. The crowd here is up and about. And the shot clock was counting down. You might have heard the crowd there. Didn't know if they were going to get it off the feed in. Kego finishes the nice put-in layup. Takes his margin to 5 points. Make that 7 as it ticks across. And he can make it 8 here. And the margin out to double figures. Shot chops in early. Charged up the court by Barker. Gives the dish brilliantly. Put back through by Tyler Barker, the other one. He hits half a dozen points. brings them back within 7, and we have a ball game. Munro ships it out wide to Bex. Bex looks at the options. Nice little bounce pass. Blocked in the end. Jalen Barker, and he's really starting to have an impact now. Both of the Barker boys are. As I just stated before, they've been good. As Bex gets it in, it's going to be tough. Out of bounds. It will remain with the Breakers. The Benalla Breakers here looking to break this game open and win the CBL Grand Final for the North East men's here at the Shep Stadium. Kego out wide to the other Kego. Up the top here to Myrtleford. He shoots it. No good. Off the iron. Rebound Barker. They look to charge up the other end with a quick fast break. Bit scrappy for play here, but Barker's strong with it. Kicks it out. Dishes it off. Hits the ball. And that's money from Riley Buka. He hits double digits. They bring the game back just to 4 points. 6 minutes remaining in this quarter. I've said it once, I'll say it again. This is a ball game. So Beck's now just ushering the troops and just saying, hey, let's set our system up here. Get back on top as Myrtleford kicks it out. Smart pass. 3 shot. Hits it on the buzzer. Monroe. Well, he hit the first 5 points of the game. He's chipped away since then, but none was bigger than that. Block was there. Out of bounds. Smart block by Kego on Laspina. And they'll get the ball back here and try and wrestle back this momentum. It's been a seesawing affair. As he stands at the top of the key. Another offensive foul wasn't called. It's been quiet. Dishes out to Kego. And we have an injury here on the court for the Myrtleford player. You don't like to see that. And that's ugly. So we will have a stop of play here due to injury, which no one likes to see on the basketball court. And we will have a break here. So we're all waiting. It looks like either a knee or an ankle injury. It's not something that you like to see in any sport. And we'll be back after this little injury time to break. There's a bit of a clean-up here on the court as we welcome you back. Good to see that he was able to be chaired off the court. Didn't look like to be a nice injury though. Could have been a rolled ankle of some sorts. But hopefully better than what was worse feared at the start. Halfway through here of this third term of the CBL North Eastern Grand Final between the Benalla Breakers and the Myrtleford Saints. We still await for the court to be cleaned. And obviously a substitution to be made. 58 plays 51 here. Benalla Breakers on top. And this quarter's been very close. 11 plays 10. Benalla Breakers, first quarter, 21 plays 25. The next quarter, they really dominated, 26-16. And of course, like I just said, 1 point the difference here. So play has resumed. As Myrtleford look to dance, cut, and make something of it through Tyler Barker. Shot gets put up, off the rim, and Kego grabs the rebound. Pass right up the court to the Uga Kego. It looks and has travelled on the play, so just letting themselves slip here. Benalla, even with this strong lead, just feels like this one is going to go down to the wire. As it's passed around here by player to player. Took the three and opted out of it in the end. It was a pass, but it was tipped back up through by Tyler Barker. And that impact that I was speaking about is starting to get made as he hits his 8th point. And the margin, 5 points. What a game here at Shep Stadium. Kego goes in. It's a nice pick and roll. Just reasserts some stuff that was needed. The Spiner fadeaway shot, drop shot. Kego the rebound. And Benalla look to settle things down here when they come up the court. Clearly open throughout the left here. Drives to the basket. Foul. Gets it in. No foul called. And they are right on top here through Myrtleford, who has got 15 points with the 3 fouls. Charge to the basket. The pass off was slick and made through by Lespina. He's on 9 points. It's a nice little 2-pointer there. Munro, speaking of number 2s, he's been big time so far. Makes that shot. Sort of off the dribble here. Barker tries to get held up. Ends up making through the play by Frey here. It's still a 7-point ball game, so it's an arm wrestle affair here. 64 plays 57. Scoring's been prolific by both. The foul was given on Myrtleford. Is he going to the line? No, the ball will be thrown back in through here by Bex. Timeout. So Benalla takes a timeout, and so will we. After an eventful third quarter here, we'll take a break and be back shortly. Back underway here at Shep Stadium. Again, very thankful for you for joining us wherever you are. And what is set to be a massive quarter and a bit here to remain for the CBL Grand Final. Myrtleford dancing, evading. Loves to draw a foul. Will he do it again? Hops and shifts. In and out, no good. The rebound not given. Barker grabs it. And they're out here for a fast break. As Lespina sort of holds off. Tries to get the pass off, but Kego was good with it. And the foul will be paid. Breakers ball. So it's stayed about this buffer since the first quarter, it feels. For a 7-point ball game. And the fans here have been treated after a fantastic game that Albury got up in the women's just prior to this. They did it comfortably, but the talent was on show. And the foul has been called. Be another inbound here for the Breakers. They look to set up here, much like the last half. There will be 2 called, and Kago will be going to the line. What can Lockie do here? This will get him into double digits if he sinks this one. In and out. But like I said, much like the second quarter, the ending is always really important going into the last. In and out, even more so that time, which is disappointing there for the Breakers. But can the Saints capitalise here? A little mismatch, turn around, baby hook, in, out, tapped back in, nearly goal interference, I should say, but nonetheless, it was okay. Myrtleford passes off now, just down in the 3-point arc. Shifty with it, Munro, dishes out wide. Foot was out of bounds, and it will be the Saints' ball. To try and capitalise on the unbecomings here of the Breakers. Now, we spoke about the players on the bench for both sides here. They're down one more here, the Saints. Will fatigue start to set in? Time will tell here. As the ball comes up to Brody Booker. Deep three's been shot. Wasn't successful. And Munro, the smaller guard with the rebound. Might not be as big as the other players out here, but he's shown a lot of heart today. Takes the shots at the right time and looks to understand the game of basketball. Bex looks frustrated with the officials over the call that was made. And the third foul will be going for Bex now, as you heard, shooting 2. Makes the first. Been very clutch with the free throws, not only tonight, but throughout his career. And every free throw from here on out just gets that little bit more important. Enormous. He's 4 from 4, but from the stripe. As Barker looks to pass it off deep to the corner 3. They jack it up. That's what we like to see out here. 66 plays 62. Make yourself a cuppa. This one's going to be close. Myrtleford misses the shot. Gone a little bit cold. Mentally has been off for a bit. The pass was nice. The defense was better by the Kego brothers. And they'll come away with it here as Myrtleford looks to come through. Should have made that pass in through to Bex. The defense was clamping. Elects to do it now. Bex fakes, turns, pivots, puts it up and in. That's a classy finish from a classy player in Sam Bex. Float up, no good. Kago the rebound. And they're like the Twin Towers back there. The foul's been called. They'll get the ball back. 44 on the clock. 6 points the margin. Just when you think the Saints are getting back into this, the Breakers just pepper away a bit. If you might have seen it on the camera, Riley Kego will be going for 2. And the other Kego brother says, let's just settle things down here. It's 44 seconds on the clock. Let's play this on our terms. Makes the first. Makes the second. Just feels like the Breakers are playing a little bit smarter here. The defense has improved here for the Breakers now. 40 seconds remains on the clock. Will they go for the deep three here again from the corner? No. Alexa pass it over the top. It goes out of bounds and will be the Breakers' ball. So system is massive in all sports, particularly in the grand final though. You want to be making sure you're across all your lines, know where your opponents are. The reverse layup looked to be in from Munro. Just come off the iron. And the defensive foul will be called on Munro. That's his first for the game after he's had 16 points. Beck's leading the way for the Breakers with 18. Munro 16. Myrtleford with 15. And Levi Young, the only one in that region with 18, leading the Saints at this stage as the ball goes out of bounds. 12 seconds remains on the clock. 8 points the difference. Do they go and try and make an easy bucket here for the two? They look to be doing that. Blocked away by Kego. Deep pushback in and out and makes it in the end. Tech foul. Tech foul called there on the celebration. Not sure about that one. That's very NBA. Nonetheless, Myrtleford will go to the line and shoot one. Can he sink it? He can. He makes it and has a second one here, so goes in to make it and does so. Brilliantly executed in the end. I'm not sure on the call. I think I disagree with that one, but at the end of the day, you got to respect them. Now he's going for a third one. I'm trying to figure out what is going on here. And makes that one as well. That could be the difference in the ball game. And he's going for the fourth. And hits it. 4 in a row. And the rebound, and the ball stays with the Breakers. So I'm not sure if I'm not up to scratch with the rules as to the reason for 4 free throws. But nonetheless, it's a 9-point ball game. 4.4 on the clock. There's a lot of fours going around everywhere here. And can 3 get a 3 to finish it? Deflected, got to get it up. And that's three-quarter time. 74 plays 65. We'll be back after this break for what should be a fantastic last quarter. 10 minutes remaining as we return here. I'd like to thank everyone again for joining. The ball is with the Benalla Breakers. They start in the middle here. 9 points of difference as Munro brings it up the court now. Loses a little bit of the dribble, but happy to give it off to Kego. Has the height advantage, passes it off inside to Downey. Gives it up to Kego. Inboard to Bex. Quick play, fired through and hits it. Shifty with it, top of the key, 3, in and out. Another inch and it would have been in, but that's the game that we play. 11 points of difference. Who can make the difference here? And be the champion. Bex looks for the shot. And gets it. The crowd is very, very hostile here at the moment for the game that we are seeing. We'd love to see the fans getting involved. Comes to the top. The ball will be through Jalen Barker here. He drives to the basket and one. He's not afraid to get himself involved in the contest. He's got 12 points now. He looks to make it a baker's dozen and looks to strip the margin back to 8 points. Can he hit it in? Misses it. The rebound was brilliantly grabbed off the offensive board. Drived in. Goes for the next tap in. Not able to get it as Kego gets it. And they come up towards the other side. So we wait to see what Bex will do here. Brings it up to the top of the key. Yet again. It's been a constant play for them. He should have passed it out wide. In and out. It was unsuccessful. The fast break's on here. They're trying to play a little bit of spring in their step now, the Saints. And he zings that ball inside. Gets it in, makes the shot. Jalen Barker. That's how we get it done. Really starting to turn it on now. 14 points. And more importantly, a 7-point margin like we've seen for a lot of this game. Can they bring it back close to the Saints? They need to hold off on defense here. Passes it out. No good here. Rebound Kego. Offensive charge. And the Myrtleford Saints are loving it. Interestingly, that was his first foul for the game. He's got his 9 points. Bex on 20. Leads all comers on the floor. Myrtleford with 19. Levi Young still on 18, but it's been very impressive early. They'd like to see him finish this game really strong. After what was an electric start. I'd like to see the stats, and I wouldn't be surprised if all 18 of those points had come from 6 3-pointers. At least 5 of them would have. 7 points of margin, 7 minutes and 50 seconds left. They've just got to chip away at this lead here now. Do the Saints. They chip away. Open 3. Lock it in and hits it. The defense was asleep here as Jalen Barker hits a 3 and brings himself right back into this one. More importantly, yet again, it's a 4-point game. Bex for the 3, shoots it. No good. Off the window, didn't even grab the iron. It was way off, unfortunately. Passing it out wide. The shot selection was good. No, it wasn't. Drifted right, stayed right. Ball up the court. Quick fast break play. And a much needed bucket for the Benalla Breakers. 78 plays 72 here now. Dances out there and in. Tyler Barker Takes himself to a dozen. Myrtleford really needs to get himself a bucket here now. Shoots for three and hits it. Right on cue. I said we needed one. He brought the crowd into it and he delivered. He goes to 22 to lead all comers. It's a fadeaway shot off the one step. Clearly wasn't the option there. And just when you think they're back in it, the Saints, it's a few costly mistakes as Myrtleford shoots and hits that as well. He goes to 24. And he's extending that margin beyond belief to 9. Deep three, that short. The offensive rebound wasn't there. Put back in and makes it. So substitution will be made. Straight away here for Myrtleford Saints. So Myrtleford now is bringing up the court. Hit the last 5 points here for the Breakers. 24 for the game. If he can hit a 3 here, or even a 2, make it out to a double-point margin. Pass it off to Kego. He shoots. It's long. Downey with the rebound, though. Back out to Bex. Myrtleford with the deep 3. Off the rim, no good. Back out to Myrtleford again. Munro passes in, and that's a cutter. It's a great cutting shot. The margin out to 9 now. The shot was quickly fired, just a touch short. I like the play here from Barker. He's got 17. He was allowed to have that shot. Bex brings up to Munro now. Myrtleford passes to the cutter. Can't make the shot. And this is coming right down the other side of the court. Passes out, open, 3. Yes! Hits that, and we have a game. 4 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. 6 points the difference. 85 plays 79. Who is going to go home? The Country Basketball League Grand Final Northeastern winner. Myrtleford pass over the top to Bex. Bex is patient with it. The nice drop pass into Kego for the first dunk of the night, and what a time to do it. He's come up clutch there. We like that. As Barker evades with a little shimmy there. The layup wasn't on though. It turns around here for Riley Buka. And a turnover yet again. So Munro comes up the court. Dances, evades, skips it past around. He's just sort of drained the clock here. Turnover here. Could be costly. Ball comes through. Kego the rebound. Munro to bring it up court now. Right next to the scorer's table. Foul is called. The Benalla Breakers crowd is ecstatic with that. And the foul will be on Jack Woodall. He's first for the night, number 5. And we look to have a timeout through Myrtleford Saints. We'll be back soon. 3 minutes 23 to play. So here we go. We'll do the math equation. 3 minutes 23 remaining. 87 Benalla Breakers play 79 Myrtleford Saints. 8 points of margin. We spoke about them chipping away at it. They've got within 3. And potentially this can go out to double digits. It'll be a mountain to climb back here for Myrtleford Saints if he does. Oh, he misses his first for the night. And like I said, now's the time. Free throws are ever important. Shoots from the charity stripe and hits it. They'll get the ball back. Bex is empty. It's 9 points now. They just don't let the fast break go through. They should be home for the grand final, you would think. I don't want to call it too early though, because the Saints can get on a run. As Myrtleford shoots, passes it out wide. Munro. Myrtleford gets it on the buzzer. Controversial whether he got it off. And a tech foul against the coach of the opposition. Not happy with the last call. And that should be curtains. Myrtleford Saints aren't happy with that. And rightfully so. I thought it was just a little bit after the buzzer. It's taken it to an 11-point margin. So here he goes. Off the back of the iron. You can hear the Saints crowd behind me and around me. They're everywhere. As are all the fans here this evening. It's been a wonderful game for Saturday the 9th of December 2023 for the Country Basketball League. As he hits it in, he makes one, and that's a 12-point ball game now. Free throws get the job done. I've emphasised it this whole broadcast. That just might be the difference in the end. Munro charges to the basket, elects to go out wide and smartly drain the clock. Myrtleford and hits it. Hits the 3, and that should be curtains. 15 points the difference. You can't rule them out just yet, but they look to be on their way. Corner 3 couldn't be hit. The rebound grabbed. And now with 2.5 to go, they'll look to be smart with it. Shifty work there by Myrtleford. Ball goes in. Bex gets it. And they're up by 17 now. Bex now hit the solitary point and make this an 18. Yes, that's right, 18-point ball game when it was nearly 7 points before his free throws earlier. And they've just extended this till it's nearly untouchable now, you would think, with 2:17 on the clock. They've elected to get themselves deep here. Setter resorting the rebound against the fast break. Smart play. But if he makes it, it's all much of the muchness. And misses another one here, Bex, but he's been instrumental. Ball kicked out wide, the shot taken and hit by Brody Buka. It's his 6th point for the night. 14 points of difference with 2 remaining. So the basket, as you might have heard by the announcer, Michael Van Dorsop, will not count. Bit of a squeaky spot there. They're just waiting to get cleaned up. It's all about clock management now for the Benalla Breakers to win this title. Dish back for 3. Can't be done, and Myrtleford takes the rebound. Eric has been sensational with 30 points here, especially on 4 fouls. He's done well after having a few offensive ones against him. He'll look to drain the clock. Gets blocked on the shot. Munro does well to keep it inbound. Passes it into Bex, who hits it. That takes it to 16. 98 plays 82. Lets him shoot, gets it in. Back to 14 points. Clock now the real big issue. You'd think the Benalla Breakers are home. Foul was called on Munro, much to the smiles of the Myrtleford Saints. And Eric will go to the line. No, he won't. It'll be an inbound. 1:15 to play here. Passes inboard. The spinner. The quick rebound. Shoots it. Drops it short. Eric Myrtleford, the rebound. 30 points for him. What will be a game-winning. Travel was there, wasn't called. It's a 12-point game. Timeout for the Breakers. We'll be back with 52.8 seconds left after this timeout. It's very loud in here. 12 points of difference. I hope you've been able to hear the call, or if not, watch the visuals for what this game's had to offer. 98 to 86. Bex now shoots it, pull up, in and out, gets the rebound back, shoots again, out again. Handy time to drain off the clock nonetheless. 41.8 on the official scoreboard as they bring it back in. They've got to be quick here. Wedgie. First time we've seen that tonight, so we've only seen the one dunk, seen the one wedgie. Now what would be Myrtleford's ball. 36 on the clock. Goes without saying, they've got to go quick here. Don't know what that was, but that was quick. As the ball was given back through, foul was taken. And this should see it through for the Benalla Breakers. It's delaying the inevitable now as Bex gets the ball and will inbound. Out of bounds. Will go the way of Myrtleford Saints. So it looks like the Benalla Breakers will be champions here for the Country Basketball League Grand final. They let him charge the basket. They grab the rebound, puts it in, back to a 10-point margin. Kicks it out wide. Beck's with the ball. Let the clock run. Jump ball here with 2.8 seconds. And this will be the most gleeful jump of the night for Sam Becks. He scored 25. Myrtleford with 30. Levi Young, 18. Tyler Barker, 17. Jalen Barker, 23. But it is, in the end, the Benalla Breakers, who are the Country Basketball League champions for the Northeast here. They win it 98-88. Deserved champions. We see these free throws come through now for Lockie Kego. Hits this one, and these are just celebratories. He punches it through. And that is good night. The Benalla Breakers have won. Thank you for joining us here. This is the end of the audio here for now. Enjoy the celebrations via the visuals. I'm Jack Brophy, Sports Confidential. Thank you for joining us. Please check out the podcast or the socials if you are interested. Congratulations to Benalla. Commiserations to Myrtleford. What a game. Thank you.